Do you guys want to know how to deal when a fighter is trying to use head control on you? I'm going to show you how. So if I'm using head control, and if you watch my previous videos on head control and ways to really manipulate and control your opponent, guys, make sure you guys check those videos out. You would see what I'm going to talk about here today in those videos, okay? So if I throw a jab, like I told you, you can aim to miss to get head control. I could throw a jab at Danny's right ear and get him to move so I can gain head control, okay? Now, one of the ways he's got to get out of head control, in the last video we showed you a way. Now here's another way. See, when I got head control, what he can do is use the old school bobbing and weaving. See that? He's going to put his head, I got his head, he's got to bend his waist. You got to bend your waist even more. See, that's it. Now I can't get, see, you can't get head control like that. If he stays upright, I got him. I'll throw him around like a rag doll, okay? I could throw him around and do whatever I want to do him like a rag doll. But what he's got to learn how to do, and I hear so many people talk about, don't take your eyes off the opponent ever. Does anybody ever watch the old school fighters like Joe Frazier? Eyes went down. They have feel. They see the core. They know it. They have that feel. It's like Bruce Lee said, it's feel. You ever watch Henry Armstrong? You ever watch Joe Frazier? Even watch Nigel Benn, watch David Tua, Henry Hank, Benny Briscoe. They learn how to bend at the waist, okay? So that's a fallacy. Like these guys, I know people are saying, oh, that's outdated. No, it's not outdated. Fighting is fighting. Fighting is fighting. Skills are skills, okay? What worked will always work. It has to do with the fighter and the insight and its ring IQ and his anticipation. There's always a checkmate move for the next move. But that move right there is a very good move, okay? And I'm going to show you the next move in another video when someone tries to weave, what you can do. But it doesn't mean that move is not effective. The other person has to have the checkmate move. If he doesn't have it, he's booked. Look, he doesn't understand how to deal with that, that is very, very effective. And it's not outdated. I had a guy back 10, 15 years ago now, 10 years ago, Monty Mezzaclay, who was the #1 contender, should have won a world title, beat world champions, beat Eric Aiken, who was a world champion, but beat him right after he lost the title, was a world-class fighter. He used that old school bobbing and weaving, and he gave people nightmares with it, okay? So it ain't been outdated. That was 10 years ago, okay? So, and Danny's using it now, okay? So it's not outdated. Did you not use it in your last fight? Used it beautifully. Go watch Danny's last fight. You'll see him using these techniques, okay? So what I'm talking about is like if I throw the jab this way and he slips this way and I got head control, if he weaves, he releases that, okay? Bend your waist. See that? That released that right there. It just nullified all the control that I had on him. That just nullified all the control. If I put my hand on this side of his head, that just nullifies all the control. You cannot, I have a hard time controlling like that. See that? I have a hard time controlling like that. You think he doesn't see, he has to see my face? He doesn't have to see my face. People think you got to look at your face. No, you don't got to look at nobody's face, okay? If you got any kind of fight up in you, you understand where you're at in a boxing ring. You got feel, okay? I got my hand, see, that's old school stuff right there, okay? He sees, you see where I'm, right? You have feel, you know the right hand's coming, you know the hook's coming. Boom, he knows that's coming, he knows that's coming. He's got this caught, and everybody's gonna talk about the uppercuts. Well, people don't understand. Go get my old school bob and weave, and I break it all down in detail, okay? If you bend your waist down this way, people think, okay, well, I hit you with an uppercut. Well, that's when you're using, you implement other arts. Reverse crossguard, right? Now, when I'm at this point, guess what? If I try to go to his body, guess what? Boom, I can't get to his body when he's like that. When he's up like this, I get to his body. He got his hands in, and the high body shot's there. When he goes and bends his waist, got his crossguard, I can't get it because the body's back there. That elbow's catching. I go on this side, the elbow's catching it. Okay, so the body ain't open either. There's the trade-offs. There's a little bit of the detail. Go get the video. I break it down for over 2 hours, okay, on things. So you guys will love that if you're really interested in learning old school arts that will always work. Doesn't matter. 200 years from now, it'll still work, okay? So when I got that head control on him, and that's released. When I head control, it's released. If I throw a right hand at him and I try to use head control, it's released. Okay? If I throw a right hand, like I said again, I got head control, it's released. If I throw a left hook and he goes underneath and it's released. See, if he weaves underneath that and I try to come down on his head, I can't do it. See, he throws a hook and I can't do it. He just lost me with that motion. So like if I have my hand on the back of your head right here, now you weave like that. I lose it. Okay? If he's up and down and I got it, I can get his head all day. I got him. Whatever I want, I got him. Okay? Once he puts that head down, that releases it. And you can even bend your waist even more with that. Boom. See that? Down there like that. Waist bend. Boom. Waist bend. I cannot get control of his head. Okay? So I'll come out with the next video on what I need to do when he starts to use that bobbing and weaving. Okay? The moves don't stop. He's got a chess move. I got the next chess move. Okay, so it talks about, you know what it takes? It takes about who masters their craft, who has the better insight, who can process quicker. Okay, there ain't no cookie cutter. You do this and I do this. There ain't some like written script. You have to have knowledge, but then you have to repetitiously practice it. Okay, these things don't happen overnight, and it's got to be ingrained in your IQ. And you have to learn how to process and know when to use something and when not to use it. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also go to Instagram and follow me at Tommy Yankello Boxing, Facebook and TikTok at Tommy Yankello. Go to the website, get those instructionals, worldclassboxinggym.com, and also get on the email list so you guys are up to date with the new stuff I'm going to be coming out with. Okay, and I'll see you guys next time.